afternoon. This is Rick Mendenhall, part 2 of the do-it-yourself installation on our Force Trolling Motor. It's already been installed. Now we're going to, our friend Travis here, Pro Staff, we're going to start talking about how we're going to get the batteries and run the wiring and all that kind of stuff to get us set up on the inside of the boat. So let's take it over here and see what we got.
So this motor comes with about 4 feet of length attached to it already on their power cables. So we decided that we're going to use this Marinco 70 amp plug, the 3-pronged, and we're going to mount it up here in this corner. So it's about a straight plug right into here, and we can keep this wire tucked out of the way so that we're not having anybody trip on it. If water does come over the bow, we're going to seal it up with silicone, and everything should be sealed, not go inside the panel, and then flush down here. These Marinco plugs are really good because they have gaskets, so no water should get inside either. So that's what we're going to do. First, you need an 1 3/4 hole saw to go through. We'll wire this to the male end of this Marinco plug. We'll put the female end to this right here, and we're going to put 6-gauge cable and run a 10-foot run to the back where we're showing you where we're going to put the 3 batteries to make a 36 volts. We use the 1 3/4. So we use the 1 3/4 hole saw to get this nice little port drilled, and that will fit this Marinco plug in just like that, and that will run to our 6-gauge wire that runs back to the batteries, and then I will rig up the male end of the plug that goes in there to this side right here.
So he's working at getting these wires re-spliced to put them into the plug because they don't come in ready to be plugged into the type of plug that we have. So he's having to strip them down and
get them in these little metal sleeves so they can connect to the Marinco plug. Before, they came with a ring terminal on it, and that unfortunately isn't going to work. We got to re-splice everything.
Re-splice it and shrink tube it to get it all waterproofity.
Set just right. Get it lined up. Crimp just a bit. And then get this on.
And then keep going at it until it shrinks right up. That's it, huh?
And now I have positive and negative.
Okay, so we got the plug fully installed here, and we ran the cables from the other end. We're going to the batteries underneath the dash over here. Came through here. He drilled a hole right there. And we're going to go from that hole right there to where?
Right into the box here. So we're going to run these 2 cables down through, and then we're going to tap them into this box. And in this box here is where we're going to keep the 3 lithium batteries, the battery charger, the relay switch, and the Victron battery monitor.
Okay. That's the next step, getting closer.
Okay, now we've run the wire from the female plug in the front all the way along the normal electrical wires that come from the motor in the back, tied in. Then we dropped it down along the rail here, and we're going to tie it in to the storage box here. We have this wire protector on here to keep the aluminum from chafing the wire insulation so we don't short anything out or hurt anybody. I'm going to tie it into the box and then kind of bend it like this, and then this is where we'll attach our breaker, our 60 amp breaker, and our battery monitoring unit, and then we'll link up all 3. So we have the Victron 500 amp smart shunt. This is the battery monitor. This goes on to the negative wire in the system. So the part right over here in my left hand is going out towards the trolling motor, and the part back here is going to tie into where all the batteries link together with the quick connect system. And then you need a little positive wire. This is going to run to the breaker to power the unit and be able to monitor the 36 volts that are running through the breaker. Okay, we have our 60 amp Blue Sea breaker on here. This is the appropriate current and amperage for a 36 volt trolling motor. As you can see, it has a little reset switch here. When this yellow bar is out, it means the circuit is broken, and you can't actually jam, if you're having an overload or it's overheated, you can't jam that back in for safety reasons. So these are really nice. If you do trip the breaker, you don't have to be constantly replacing fuses. So these ones are definitely worth investing into. They're about 50 bucks. So that means that it's connected, and we have our smart shunt, which is the battery monitor, tied in right here on the battery side as well. And now we're going to hook up our Connectease 36 volt kit. as soon as I tighten these up. So we got our whole system rigged up now. We have our 36 volt. Connect these battery terminals on here. We have a Noco Genius 10x3, which is a 10 amp charger for each one of these individual batteries. And we have our 60 amp breaker in here. And so it's got room that it can trip. And then actually our smart shunt is underneath, insulated with foam, so there'll be no connection between the two. So now we have everything nice and linked up. All we're gonna do when we get the part is put a little plug so that we don't have to run this plug out of this box. It'll be flush and waterproof right here, so everything going into this box will be totally sealed up and all these batteries will stay safe. Also, we used this foam that the batteries shipped in to hold everything in place, which is a really good reuse of some of the materials, and it'll also keep it insulated and warmer, so these batteries will burn less energy warming themselves up when they're charging. So
all right, so we're at the end of the second part of the installation of this system. So happy Travis here to help me out and get this stuff done. He did pretty much everything. I've never done this stuff, but he does it really well. We're looking forward to trying this out really soon. We'll start going to Pyramid Lake and Shaver and other places, and I'm excited. So if you need help about this, you can give us a call, send us an email or something, or write a comment on the video about it, and we'll do our best to help you. Till next time, I'll see you on the water.